Hi, this is Brad with Regal. I'm at the 2016 AHR in Orlando, Florida, where we're displaying our electromechanical solutions for energy efficiency in both OEM and aftermarket applications. The EIA just published the 2015 electrical consumption charts for the U.S. and building operations, both residential and commercial, consumed over 3/4 of the electricity generated last year. When you look at OEM new equipment that's being installed, our government regulations are helping to drive that for energy efficiency. The problem that we have is that 50% of our buildings in the United States were built before 1980. So this represents a tremendous opportunity for energy efficiency retrofits. What if you could go in and take your old equipment with backward compatible new energy efficient devices and upgrade your existing equipment's efficiency? Let me show you some of the technology that we're deploying that can help you accomplish that. Today, the typical U.S. residence has over 30 motors deployed throughout. When you look at commercial building operations, beyond lighting load, motors represent 93% of the electrical draw in building operations for commercial. As one of the global leaders in electric motor manufacturing, Regal has deployed a number of new energy efficient solutions. In addition, we are able to match the mechanical components so that the energy efficiency that you now get out of the motors can be effectively transmitted to your driven equipment. So let me show you real quickly what the basic styles of motors that exist today are. Here we have a typical commercial refrigeration application where we're demonstrating 3 different types of motor technology. On the bottom, you see a shaded pole motor. And a shaded pole motor is commonly used in bathroom fans, pedestal fans, applications where cost is a major consideration. The efficiency on these motors is about 20%. In the middle, you see a permanent split capacitor motor, a PSC motor. Those are commonly deployed in furnace, condenser applications in residential, and you'll find these motors to be about 60 to 65% efficient. And on the top, you'll see ECM technology, electrically commutated motors. This particular one is built by the Morel brand of Regal, and it's called the Arctic 59, and it has efficiencies between 80 and 85%. What that translates to, when you look at the watt consumption, you can see the shaded pole motor at 119 watts, the PSC drawing 80.5 watts, and the ECM drawing 38.9 watts. Let me show you examples of how ECM technology is deployed in other applications. Here we have a cutaway of our ECM technology motor, which we call Evergreen. First thing you notice is that electronics are built into the bottom part of this motor. When you look at the stator windings, they look like a typical motor. But when you look at the rotor, you can see that it's permanent magnet, which allows us to eliminate the wiring and having to energize the rotor. Gives you the energy efficiency. This technology can be deployed in furnace applications and also in condenser applications. And in many cases, you can retrofit existing equipment and bring them up to higher efficiency standards. Now let us show you what we can do in commercial HVAC. Commercial buildings consume almost as much electricity in the United States as residential. And one of the largest draws that you'll find in a commercial building beyond lighting is going to be ventilation. The EIA states that 11.7% of all the electricity consumed by commercial buildings is just to move air. So you need to ensure that you're doing it as efficiently as possible. The prime mover is always the electric motor. Electric motor technology and energy efficiency standards have changed considerably over the last 25 years. Additionally, there's new technology available in variable frequency drives and even extending that permanent magnet AC technology that you saw prior in the ECMs to motors that are up to 30 horsepower in the Marathon Cymax design. With an efficient motor, you need to have an efficient drive. And one of the key things to focus on is replacing wrapped V-belts with notch-style V-belts, which give you a 3% efficiency gain. Beyond that, a lot of people don't recognize that the V-belt shivs, sometimes called pulleys, wear over time, which creates a cupping of the V-groove. It's necessary to inspect those and change those out when you have more than 1/32 of an inch gap between the sidewall and the belt, so that you're not putting perfectly good new belts onto worn shivs. You combine all of those things together and you can get up to a 20% efficiency gain in your ventilation systems. So finally, how will you justify the capital expenditure to upgrade to high efficiency motors, to upgrade your belt drive systems? You'll have to do some type of return on investment. And to do that, you need to know what kind of energy savings that you're achieving. The Department of Energy publishes several different documents on what you can get out of the high efficiency motors and what you can get out of changing your belts from wrap to notch. But there are cases where you're going to not only want to monitor it yourself, but also to sustain that energy efficiency over time. That's why we developed a portable monitoring system that monitors true power across the motor leads, all three phases, monitors rotational speed so that you're getting the correct fan speeds, differential pressure so that you've got the right airflow, can even measure bearing temperature if you want to use that as diagnostics for potential problems with bearings overheating. When you put that all together, it communicates through a HART wireless gateway through to a modem that then communicates through the internet to an application that we provide that you can use either on an iPhone or an iPad to monitor all of those parameters in real time. This system is available for purchase, it's available for rent if you want to rent it, or it's also available for Regal personnel to come in, not only do the monitoring and diagnostics, but also to do the retrofitting of the physical equipment itself. So what if you could take 1980s ventilation system and upgrade them and gain up to 20% greater efficiency on your systems? Think of Regal. We could take it turnkey, or we can give you the things that you need to succeed in energy efficiency. Thank you.